all of the accusations that I never even cared about my brother. Coming from an abusive home, a lot of times there's nothing you can do to protect the other people in the home. I did speak out about it. I was always silenced. I went to 5 different elementary schools for seemingly no reason, but because we only moved once. The reason they kept changing my school is because the teachers kept sending people to check on us because I was speaking out and I was clearly in distress. Until I was old enough to understand that I needed to hide these things, they had to put me in a different school every year. So the accusations that I didn't do enough to protect him hurt. Because there was nothing I could do. He was only a year younger than me. There was nothing my older sister could do, and she was 5 years older. But even that is still a child that can't do anything when dealing with an abusive household. When I left, people are saying I was wrong for not taking my brother with me when I turned 18 and moved out, but he wasn't mine to take. He was my brother. He wasn't my son. The law would not legally have said, yes, you can take this handicapped child from its parents. They were good at covering up what they did. I would not have won a court battle at 18 with no job. Just my word against theirs, and they had always covered everything up so well. I would not have won that. I could not have just taken my brother from them. I did love my brother. I used to read to him. And once I annoyed everybody because I had his birthday came. I was in ROTC at the time, ROTC, NJROTC, Naval, for freshman year, and I made a birthday card that I brought into school, and I had everybody sign it, even my Master Chief and my Chief. And my Chief cried. When I went back in the office to ask him to sign the card, I thought maybe he was upset with me for asking him to do something so trivial, because I rarely spoke to him. I was in Master Chief's class. But I wanted everybody to sign my brother's card. And I explained to him about my brother's disability. Not at that time that my father had disabled him, but just that he was disabled in the way that he was with cerebral palsy. And after he signed, he told me he had a son who had cerebral palsy. And he told me about a car that they had built for him that he could drive with his hands. There are people that knew that I loved my brother, but they would never be allowed to speak out. So the only word is going to be my family, and everything they're saying is meant to drag me down. They're lying, just as they have always lied to hurt me. I know that I loved my brother. I know that there was nothing I could do. I was at his funeral, even though they say I wasn't. I also visited his grave. I have pictures at his grave before I left Florida. The reason he has our father's trucking hat is because I went to the grave and left it there for him as a grave marker because he didn't have an official headstone and the hat had his name on it. It said senior and he was junior, but it was the same name. My brother deserves so much more dignity than what my family and this group have given. And I know that there's nothing I can do by being upset, and no amount of arguing is going to convince anybody of anything, because they think I'm a bad person, and if you're a bad person, you deserve to hurt. Or they think that it's not real pain because I'm a bad person and I can fake everything. I'm a real human being. My emotions are real. My brother was real. And what these people are doing is really fucked up.